Hello, and so welcome to my introduction on how to use AI and Midjourney and how we incorporate this into the architecture workflow and how to actually get an understanding and use AI and incorporate it into your own workflow. So let's just get right into it. So firstly, you're going to go to the Midjourney website. You just type in Midjourney and go into Google, and then you'll want to create an account or sign in. It's fairly easy to do. And then you have to choose a subscription plan. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I think there's a free trial. But you download it and you install it into Discord. So it works through a Discord server. Then once you download it and install it, depending whether you have a free subscription or you've actually paid for it, I think the free subscription, you get a trial. So once it's on your Discord server and you've connected to it, which they have instructions on how to do that, so it's fairly simple. I think you go to these newcomer rooms where you have to share the room with others. This makes it a little bit hard. You have to see what everyone else is making, which kind of gets very busy. It makes it hard. So if you pay for your own subscription, then you get to directly message the bot. You kind of get your own chat channel with it. So that's much more preferable, I'd say. It's not that expensive, and if you're serious about using it, then I think it's worth it for just 1 month to try it out. So once you've opened the Midjourney bot, you have this chat log with it. So there's a few basic commands. If you go /imagine in the dialog box, this is how you get started with making prompts. There's also a bunch of other things you can do. So you can ask questions, there's blending images, you make it describe your image, you can change your preferences and options. A lot of these we'll go into the more advanced ones later on in the series. For now, we'll just stick to the basic ones. So let's not waste any time. I don't want to bore you with this. We'll just get straight into it. So you go /imagine, then you'll be prompted here to type in your prompt. So we'll just do a really basic one. You go prompt, so we'll just go a tall skyscraper. So generally you do the subject first, and then a description, like an adjective of it straight after. So we're a tall skyscraper in, let's just say, New York at nighttime, with nothing else, and we'll see what it comes up with. So you see, we haven't told it the perspective or how the view is going to be composed, so it's kind of making this by itself. But how this works is it gives you 4 options, and then you're able to either choose one of the options to create more variations of it or to upscale one of them. So I'll show you what both of those are. So how AI and Midjourney works, and how a lot of prompt-based images works. This searches the entire internet for images that have the tags of skyscraper, tall, New York, nighttime, and it takes all that information from the internet, kind of compiles it together algorithmically into these images. So you can click on it and have a look at it. So we have 4 variations here. So we can either upscale or create more variations. So say we like image 1, we want to create a bigger version because this is still quite a small image. So we click U1. And this will be upscaling our image. Now you see on Midjourney 5, you can remaster it, we can zoom out, zoom in. Zoom out will create more around it for context. We can make more variations, but for now we'll just keep it simple. And we'll just make some more variations of, say, image number 3. So we go V3. Now you might get a prompt to say remix prompt. I think by default this is turned off, but if you have it turned on, at the end here you have a code which is --V5. This means it's using Midjourney 5. Now it's a bit of a variation between Midjourney 4 and Midjourney 5. 4 is a bit more artistic and a bit more abstract, whereas V5 is a lot more photorealistic and a lot more concise. However, it lacks a bit of that artist imagination that version 4 has, but for now we'll keep it on V5. And if yours is on V4 or V5, it doesn't really matter at this point. And once we narrow it down, I'll show you how to use the actual, how to change your preferences and the actual differences between Midjourney 4 and Midjourney 5. So you see now it's creating 4 variations of image number 3. And then we can choose to upscale one of these if we're happy with it. So we click upscale, say we want image number 2. This one looks good, so we'll go U2, and this will upscale this image. And there we go. Now just give you a quick overview of all of the settings in Midjourney. So we type /settings, press enter. Now you see we have a whole bunch of options. We can use the different versions of Midjourney. I'd say Midjourney 1 to 3 are kind of pointless to use at this stage. These are the very first versions of Midjourney, and it gives you a very not so great result of your images and prompts, which is when Midjourney was still in a very experimental phase. I'd say using Midjourney 4 to 5.2 are the best ones to use. I'd say if you're coming up with abstract artist impressions, you go with Midjourney 4. If you want more specific photorealistic renders and imagery, you go either Midjourney 5, 5.1, or 5.2. We'll go over these in detail later in the series. You have Niji, which is it gives you a more anime style or something. I haven't really experimented with this. I think it's not that useful in terms of architecture. You can change the amount of stylize, which how much Midjourney will add a specific style to your images, but usually keeping it at medium is the best. And then there's more of these advanced options, which at the moment we don't need to get into. But this is a brief introduction on how the basic principles of Midjourney works. So if you're a complete beginner, hopefully by now you at least have an understanding on how to download and install it, what this program is that everyone's talking about and how easy it is to just get started in it. So in the next video, we'll be getting into some more specific prompt writing. Here I have prompts where you use specific words and sentences to really tailor your image to how you want it to be. You can also use base images to input first. So I'll see you in the next part of the series.